Itty Bitty Heartbeats, a race of sentient hearts that live in a magical land where every day is Valentine's Day. It's got all the classic characters you love: anemia, fibrillation, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, Murfan syndrome, murmurs, gangrene, and America's sweetheart, little baby jaundice. Actually, there is a character named Sweetheart, because of course there is.
We don't want to miss the choo-choo train.
That's a silly word.
Not if you choose to have a good time.
All right, then.
But aside from that common idiom, all these other names are really just their defining trait with the word heart tagged on the end.
Take it from me, Wiseheart.
Dreamy Heart, time to wake up. What's so funny, Giggle Heart?
Sorry to break it to you, Kooky Heart, but it looks like you're all washed up.
Good one, Papa Heart, Papa Heart, Papa Heart.
Papa Heart.
Which is typical of these shows, but after Smurfs, you should try to get a little creative with it. The Poddington Peas. Now that was a show that could really pull off the punny names. I'll admit it's a little harder coming up with names for hearts. Let's see, Skipper, Valentino, and that's pretty much all I can think of off the top of my head. I guess you can call one Stitches. Ugh, these are sounding worse than the disease names. Ah, gross. I could take that they have giant swollen heads on teeny tiny bodies, but why are they all flat? What's the point of a hat if you can only wear it on one half of your disgusting head? Speaking of, is anyone else getting really itchy because they have hair? Well, except for this guy. I don't think that's a hair. I think that's the tip of a broken hypodermic. But honestly, I was really expecting worse. I mean, what else would you expect from Studio Works, a division of Generic Names Incorporated, which also owns Read Books and Mouth Food? The animation's actually comparable to something you'd see on late 90s PBS. You know, with traditional animation and nicely detailed backgrounds most of the time. But every so often you see this weird computer effect that seems really out of place. Getting a Dragon Tales vibe out of this. And that's about the target age range. But even then, I'd say they're talking down to their audience a bit.
These are the yummiest cookies in the whole wide world. You know why? They're made with love. That's what Heartland is all about. Spreading love.
Oh, so today's lesson is about the effort and thought that goes into... Wait, no. Love is an actual thing that you can put on stuff. How convenient. Although I should show some respect. The mom is a war vet after all.
Oh, there's plenty for everyone.
In one episode, they go to Lullaby Valley, the best place in the whole world to sleep in. And they do! The end. The other stories are a little better, and each one is booked in by these live-action segments explaining the problem of the episode.
His best friend Kyle is moving away. Andy doesn't want him to go.
Well, maybe he shouldn't have set his house on fire.
The other boy wants to play too, but Eric doesn't feel like sharing.
How scandalous.
You know, Eric reminds me of someone else who only thinks about himself. Egomeister.
I'm sorry, what? I wasn't expecting a villain, especially one that invokes the moral ambiguity inherent in Freud's postulated makeup of the human psyche. It's a little disappointing that he's just a guy. But what kind of villain would be good for a village of hearts? A giant evil wad of cholesterol, I guess.
I hear that baby crying. I like...
The Heartbeats are having a concert. Oh, that means Mama Heart will be making her special cookies. I want them all for myself.
So Eagermeister's dastardly plan is to try and take the cookies while no one is looking. But he gets caught and runs away. Man, when the kid who's supposed to learn a lesson seems more villainous than your villain, The funny thing is, Baby Heart tries repeatedly to warn the others, but no one seems to understand him, despite being able to communicate with him perfectly in the other episodes. I hate it when jokes take precedent over continuity. Well, if no one can actually understand Baby Heart, then why give him a mic? But despite his incredibly devious plan backfiring, Ego still gets cookies when the Heartbeats decide to— oh my god! Why is his head flat? And so the Heartbeats have defeated their greatest nemesis with the power of love or something. You know what that means.
Yes, a visit to Heartland.
Every episode ends with the kids from the live-action segments being green-screened into Heartland. And this little girl couldn't be more terrified about it.
That's right, children. You can never run from us, because we're already inside you.
As far as I can tell, this is the entire Heartsbeats series, which makes me feel that this is a failed pilot project or something. But if it is, it's an elaborate one. Like I said, the production isn't bad. Like, the backgrounds are especially nice. And while the whole thing is grotesquely saccharine, the messages feel genuine. And if you're like me, you caught the voice of Richard Horvitz.
Ready to have fun, Heartache?
Fun. That's all we ever have around here.
And I think that's Canadian voice veteran John Stalker as the voice of Old Man Heartbeat.
How about a warm cup of cocoa? Or a cookie?
I'm not sure, though, because there is no voice cast in the credits. I'm serious. I looked at it about 6 times. For some reason, they have the live-action cast, but not the voice actors. Man, that's a big red flag for me. It's like, what was this, like a scam or something? So I decided to look up the creator, producer, writer, and composer of Heartbeats. And I was even more stunned to find out that Shooky Levy is kind of a big deal. He's been the composer on literally everything. Aside from most of Power Rangers, he's composed for The Real Ghostbusters, He-Man, Inspector Gadget, Rainbow Bright, The Super Mario Bros. Super Show, X-Men, Spider-Man, Digimon, Moncoli Knights, Dennis the Menace, Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats, Dino Saucers, Popples, Lady Lovely Locks, Beverly Hill Teens, Maxie's World, and, of course, the infamous crossover event, Alf, Mask, Cops, Bad, Janice and the Wheel Warriors, The Get-Along Gang, The Mysterious Cities of Gold, Kissy Fur, Can't Candy, and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Okay, so Levy clearly has some connections. It's kind of a shame his one solo project didn't get far, but with 15 gold and platinum records, I think he'll manage. And also I found some additional voice casting on IMDb. Cheryl Chase. Why does that sound so familiar?
I love you guys.
Oh my gosh, it's Angelica. Now that I know that, it's kind of weird hearing Angelica Pickles be her absolute opposite.
And besides, when you share, your heart is always full. Kick away, babies!
I know this looks more like a parody of a children's cartoon series, and honestly, I wasn't expecting much when I picked this up for $1. Yes, $1. It was, and still kinda is, a mystery about how it got made. Glad I actually took the time to look at it, even though it probably would have been easier just to make fun of it.
Yo, Internet, it's your boy, and I got something special for you today. Itty Bitty Heartbeats. Look at this crap. More like itty bitty fart beats. Because they all look like they got butts for heads. Oh man, I can tell someone's been going to Taco Bell. I guess that would explain the fatty ankles.